in the store and someone approaches you. Maybe it's a stranger, worse, your ex. Perhaps it's your neighbor, the one you go out of your way to avoid. Whoever it is and wherever you are, the moment they walk up to you, you do what you've always done. You smile. Without a single second to think, the harmless little gesture has pulled you into a conversation, a headspace, or even an energy you never wanted and you certainly didn't ask for. Welcome back to the Global Village. I'm your host, Alexis Essiman. In today's episode, we will ask the question: have you ever smiled at someone and then immediately regretted it? In 2015, the American Psychological Association conducted a study on smiling. The study determined that smiling is a learned social reflex. It's often used to mask emotions and avoid conflict. More than 50% of those involved in the study reported smiling when they did not feel happy or even friendly. In today's episode, we will discuss the nature of the smile. We will discuss the nature of the smile and where it could possibly take you socially. We have interviewed a male convicted felon and a well-connected, affluent woman. The living room feels lived in, not cluttered, but full of stories. Faded photographs lean against the wall in mismatched frames. The colors are softened with age. A coffee table sits between us. Its surface is marked with faint rings, long forgotten mug. We're sitting on separate couches, so we're a comfortable distance apart, but the air between us hums with a quiet expectancy. He's the kind of man whose life has been somewhat stitched together with sharp turns, unexpected chapters, war stories, bad decisions, and improbable escapes. He watches me closely as I explain. I am here to talk about something most consider small, almost laughable. I would like to discuss the smile. I want to discuss smiling, not the warm, genuine kind, but the one that slips out when it doesn't belong. The smile you wear to keep the peace or to fill the silence. The smile you wear to mask the discomfort. The smile that can betray you in an instant. As I speak, I notice his eyes and how they seem to carry the weight of someone who has seen and knows quite well what I'm speaking of. He smiles with his lips and then with his eyes, and then he speaks. I was posted up late night, just trying to make a little extra money, just trying to make ends meet. And this weird dude comes up. He kind of looked familiar, but I couldn't really place him, he says. He starts asking me about things I didn't mess with, like things either beneath my level or above it, and I didn't really want to touch it. But I'm trying to be cool, I'm trying to keep the peace. I don't want anything to, pop off. So if it gets hot, if the police start coming, nobody makes money. And that doesn't help anyone. So I smiled, like the smile you were talking about, the one with no realness and no truth. What was the word you used? Warmth. Yeah, it didn't have any warmth. I I gave him the smile and I instantly regretted it. The second just before my face shifted into that fake grin, I knew I was in trouble. Those good manners my mother taught me did me no good that day. Well, it was kind of night. Some people think smiling is harmless, but where I'm from, which most people would just call the streets, but I mean, like, I'm from a rough area, I'm from a rough neighborhood, and you can't just smile at someone. I mean, they might take it for a weakness. They might take it maybe not for a weakness, but maybe just for an entrance, right? So I smiled at this dude, and now I have to answer his question. You see where I'm going? It's like a currency. You can't just give it away to anybody the way you wouldn't just give away your money. I managed to get out of that situation, but the smile could have cost me more than I actually had to offer, like my life or time, money. I regret the smile, so next time I'll just nod. Leaving that interview, I had goosebumps for some reason. It seemed like I was there, like at that time on that night. My grandmother is Native American, and she used to tell us all the time that if somebody ever tells you a story and you get goosebumps, it's probably true. I definitely got goosebumps. Our final interview was completed with an affluent um, woman. Despite her connection, she found herself in an uncomfortable, possibly dangerous situation, and it was all over a smile, a facial gesture. Just want to set the scene for you a little bit, but We were sitting in the country club, sunroom, bright glass, walled alcove that overlooked a perfectly manicured golf course. Beyond the fairway, the pond glimmers like polished silver under a light afternoon sun. A pair of swans drifting lazily as if hired for ambiance. The faint tink tink of the ice cube in crystal glasses and the low hum of genteel laughter. It drifts in from the main lounge. We're off to the side in a smaller dining area. We have a string quartet that plays something soft enough to be felt more than heard. The air smells faintly of cut grass, leather bound menus, and antique mahogany tables. A waiter in a pressed white jacket passed by with a silver tray packed full of champagne flutes and golden bubbles. Everything was rather picturesque. We sit in deep cream upholstered armchairs positioned by the wide window, a small marble top table between us. Her outfit is crisp, head to toe, tailored white pantsuit that looks designed for sitting gracefully, if you will. The chime, a soft symphony of her pristine gold jewelry, vibrates gently as she speaks with her entire body. Answering the question, have you ever smiled at someone and then immediately regretted it? She says, absolutely. You have to understand my world of country clubs, private schools, board meetings, and charity galas. Smiling is a constant. It's part of the performance to be more direct. Yes, there are people I've smiled at and instantly wished I hadn't. These people were never dangerous in the obvious sense. No one was going to slash my tires or harm my children. No one was going to steal my money or, scream obscenities in public. In my community, my small circle, their methods were a little bit more, I don't know, refined. The harm comes in the social sleight of hand. It's like those quiet exclusions from the perfect party, the important information withheld that could have benefit, my family or my children. Those little acts of passive sabotage, you understand, treachery, nothing that could actually be prosecutable. In my circles, a smile is both a uniform and a key. It grants others access to a piece of you that is otherwise very exclusive and expensive, she said. Here, you don't lose your life in the literal sense. You lose your footing. You lose your influence. You lose your name. And trust me, no one throws funerals for those types of deaths. These days, I've learned that silence can be sharper than any smile. And sometimes withholding the smallest part of yourself, even that harmless, quirky little smile, can protect you far longer than you could imagine. Your smile is a priceless possession that could literally change your life or obliterate someone else's. It's best to use it wisely. Here at the Global Village, we are not pessimists, we are optimists. So we're not trying to tell you you should fear smiling or live with regret for having smiled. We're simply asking you to recognize that a smile can sometimes be an intrusive reflex in a social situation, and not everyone will receive it as you intended. The wrong person might see it as a weakness or as an invitation you never meant to extend. So be intentional with your smile. Protect your gestures. Make sure that at the end of each day, you've given those pearly whites only to those that deserve it. Until next time, remember beauty is power, and a smile is a sword. This episode was written and directed by me, Alexis Essiman. I am your host, and we are the Global Village.